Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Red Panda Anthem.
It's your boy.
Ian's gone.
Ian said, I ain't doing this with y'all.
So let's go through which stocks would be considered a good buy in a down market. And this is just generally speaking, like in a down market, let's say all the stocks is down past at least 20% of their 52-week high. Which stocks would be good in a down market and which stocks would be bad in a down market? Our preference is by highlighting some ETFs and some index funds, which would be a safer investment. But we'll talk about stocks because that's what people want to talk about. So first, index funds that Ian talks about a lot is the VTI. So that's the total stock market index. So that's an extremely broad range index. We have SPY, which is the S&P 500 index. We've talked about that before. We have QQQ, which is Invesco's technology index, ETF, which all the major technology companies are in that. And we have XLY, which is a consumer discretionary ETF. We have XOK, which is a technology ETF. We also have SMH, which is a chip ETF. So we got that out the way. So those are safe, investments long term.
I don't want to touch Triple Q until 250 though. I just want to say that. Might clip that up.
250.
Yeah.
Google. Is Google a good investment to buy in a down market for a long-term appreciation?
Absolutely. Yeah. Google virtually has no competition. I like to buy businesses that are monopolies.
That's one of them.
Okay. Tell me, and I'll let you go. So what we're doing, why, right? Tell me, everyone in chat, YouTube and Zoom, who is the biggest competitor to Google and who does a better job than they do? And they have a bunch of misfires. The phone, you probably could eradicate.
Gaming system.
But like if you look at search alone and YouTube alone, and like, I'm gonna be real, Google is a bigger advertising juggernaut than the entire advertising agency industry. Name me 5 agencies of record for any company. Can't do it. They figured out how to, do you guys know how rare it is to master B2C, business to consumer, and B2B and be equally dominant? Like Apple is loved by consumers, not really by enterprise. They have some enterprise impact, right? Same with Stryker. Stryker has a great impact on the B2B space in hospitals, but nobody in their home is going to Restoration Hardware being like, let me get a Stryker bed. They've combined 2 empires into one. Great business. Price is too high.
I would just say Google they have room for expansion, especially in the world we live in the audio space. They haven't really, they're coming. They're not here, they're coming though, right? You think about even Market Mondays, the entity of Market Mondays, a lot of people watch it, but people listen to it too. So now imagine when they combine the two where you could actually do both on the same platform. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody listening on every platform. But think about that. We're talking about, if you look at the projections for the podcast space, you're talking about.
They're watching it right now on YouTube.
I know. I'm saying.
Oh, man. And with that, y'all think y'all mad at 300 and Leor? Google is going to be the biggest, in 3 years, the biggest podcast and biggest music label on earth. I'm going to be real. A lot of shit would shake at Atlantic if they had to pay $15 million a year per artist to put it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Cartel. You see what YoungBoy going through? YoungBoy turned out $25 million.
That was the first person I'm thinking of, right?
NBA YoungBoy?
If you look at what he's done on YouTube.
What did he turned down $25 million?
I'm talking about the money that he should have made.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he never got,
from all the views. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
year after year, he's the number 1 watch artist.
Yeah. Shout out to NBA YoungBoy.
While being blackballed.
Right.
The boy would be doing Bad Bunny numbers if him and didn't have beef. Crazy. Rogan. And people don't talk, them JRE clips, that YouTube page for years helped catapult Rogan. People wasn't listening to that podcast long form like how they were watching the clips. Everybody got hooked on the clips and then he expanded. So yeah, Google's amazing.
Yeah. I would say this too. I'll just add to this. And this is something you can do on your own time and how to figure out how to find a company. Go to that balance sheet. How do you do that, right? Go to Yahoo Finance, type in any company that you're thinking of. Type in Google, right? Go to statistics and just scroll down and it'll show you the balance sheets, the financial highlights, how much income, are they in debt? These are things that you want to look at, right? Do they have revenue over each quarter? Is it positive? What are the projections going forward? Do they have dividends and splits? These are the type of things you want to look into.
So let's go to another company. Let's get a few more of these in. Another one that
I'll get my sleeper at the end.
Is down 70%. And a lot of people have questions about Square, better known as Block, a highly talked about company, and people are on different sides of the fence about this. Is Square is down almost, like, I think they're down more than 70%. Yep. Is this a company that has the potential to rebound?
Yep, only because of Elon. I'm going to be very clear. The only linchpin for them is either acquisition or deep partnership with. Do I think they're a viable company? Yes. Do I still think they be the new JP Morgan? I know everybody at JP Morgan hates when I say that. But the linchpin is interesting. Elon is positioning himself for this era to actually be James Pierpont Morgan. So if you look at the history, now, of course, he'll never bail out America, but everything else he is doing in terms of business, politics, finance, he is the main player. When him and Jack announced his partnership after the coast is clear, and there's some rumblings on what the clippings they put out is not the real project. When that project comes out, there's going to be one provider, one or two providers, and Square will be one of them, that also has government backing that is safe. Same with Apple, like how the game is played. Once you go through certain angels, certain venture capitalists, I'll ask you guys this. You put it in chat. Who did Jack get funded by in Square? And what is their track record? If they put that amount of capital into a business, how well does it do? So the chain, so same thing like I said before. Like if I played at Duke and I scored 28, 10, and 10, I'm probably going to be a top 5 draft pick, right? If I score 28, 10, and 10 at Morehouse, I may go second round. Same person. So who they get funding from Angel, VC, secondary rounds matters a lot. And then with that attachment to Elon, I know Elon's repositioning what he's going to do on Twitter, but Jack is going to be able to get his revenge on Twitter through Elon. Elon is going to be able to get a lot of revenge through Jack via Square. That's why all the pumping of Dogecoin and crypto was big last year. Those were tests. So if he owns or co-owns or partners with the platform, now a lot of the heat will be off of him. That's the only reason I believe in Square is because of the partnership. But if Jack wasn't there, I'd be like, no, I took an L on this one. Be dead in the water. But the partnership is what's going to save it.
What's your thoughts on the Twitter situation and Elon, right? He did this in turmoil, the deal's not done. He wants to know if the bots are suspicious.
I can answer for him without any deep investigation. Yeah, it's more than 5% bots. Same with Facebook, same with Instagram. Yeah. Same with TikTok. Twitter probably has the highest concentration of bots. I'm going to go on record and say I think it's more than 21%.
Oof.
I don't think Twitter's worth 44
Instagram bots
billion.
is legendary. Instagram bots is legendary.
And the YouTube ones are getting good too, but also when you
YouTube is dangerous. YouTube is dangerous.
That's solicitation.
That's very dangerous.
They'll write a comment. I'm like, damn, this is like a really poignant thought. And then to get to the bottom, it's like, well, follow,
comment, take your picture,
pin. Like YouTube is extremely dangerous. They put your icon, your name.
That's not us, y'all. Please.
Now, if we can go to some untalked about recession indicators, and shout out to Lil Duval, we all saw like the strippers being one indicator. The number of scam and fraud schemes that increase also tells you how bad the economy is, because people are hurting. People are more susceptible during a down market to get scammed because they need money. When the economy was good, 2010, 2015, people wouldn't fall for the schemes as much. But since people are hurting, they'll go for them. And that's why those farms and those bots, a lot of them based in Russia, have been proliferating these apps to be able to extract money. And also that's why like the crypto hacks and all that stuff like that's happening. So please keep your eye out on that. Because as the economy gets worse, there's going to be way more tax and way more scams out there.
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Rap Panda, what's
This
good?
that Red Panda Anthem.
Your
Whole
boy.
clique going up. I know they can't stand it.